Hey everybody, we just left Mama Bear's. I was with David McIntosh, who's running for the 5th Congressional seat, which is Hamilton County and a bunch of other counties kind of north and east of there. And he was out at Mama Bear's shaking babies and kissing hands, politicking with some of the locals, and had a good opportunity to talk with him and actually see how the campaign's going. So here's what he had to say.
We're here at Mama Bear's. I'm having a great time on the campaign, meeting people, talking with them, introducing myself to them, but also listening to what their concerns are. We met with a group of ladies who are real concerned that the country's in the wrong direction. We're piling on debt that their kids are going to be saddled with. And so I've been introducing myself, telling them my background, that when I was there before, we did balance the budget, and it can be done. But you have to have integrity and stand up and say, no, we shouldn't be spending all this money.
Right. So talk about the race. I mean, how's the race going? You're in the final stretch now. How's it going?
We are. It's 2 weeks to go. It feels good. As I get out and meet people, they've started to see the ads on TV. They're starting to know a little bit about who I am. And the polls show we've got a nice lead. Now, with that, of course, it means everybody else is starting to attack, and we're getting mail pieces that are saying all sorts of things that I never knew. But that's part of politics today. And what I promise people is I'll bring it back to the issues that matter. What are we going to do about Washington being out of control? How do we get a good economy? How do we stop the spending? That's what I want to talk about.
So talk about the residency issue. I mean, he just keeps coming up, doesn't go away. What's the real deal with all of that?
Yeah, well, the first real deal is we live in Anderson, so I invite people to come up there and see our house. It's a little cottage, a nice place for the family, and soccer fields in the back that Davey and Ellie can play in. So that's very clear. The other is a legal question, and early on, I knew that this kind of attack would come up because we saw it with Charlie White. We saw a lot of things with Dick Lugar. So I just went to a very trusted lawyer friend and said, look at everything that we've done. My job took me to Virginia, but I wanted to stay a Hoosier, so we rented a place in Indiana, and I kept voting here. And he said, David, you did it just right. And we actually even went to the officials, the prosecutor there, and said, did we do it right? And he wrote us a letter that said, you did it just right. So I'm very confident that we've done the right thing. Now we just know the opponents who don't want to talk about taxes and issues and health care end up asking me about that. Primary is May 8th. Be sure and vote. Be sure and vote. If you want to early, you can go to the courthouse, or they have new precincts for everybody, but if you look up online, it'll tell you exactly where to vote.